Welcome to Ghost Allies Paranormal, based in Keene, New Hampshire. Our team is dedicated to respectful and thorough paranormal investigations. We honor the spirits, buildings, and surroundings at every location we explore. Enjoy this episode.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Ghost Allies Paranormal. I'm here with Aaron. We're going on another day adventure because we can't be here at nighttime. This is the Horatio Colony Nature Preserve, and there is, right now we're heading up the trail to an old ruins of an old cabin that used to be up here, and then we're going to be coming back down the trail, and there's a cabin that we're going to be investigating. That was by Horatio Colony's son, Horatio Colony II. So we're going to start off with Horatio Colony II's grandfather's cabin ruins. There's no structure there anymore, just a foundation. And then we'll be coming back down to do Horatio Colony II's cabin, which is also, well, we already passed it, but you'll see it when we come back down later. Alright guys, so this is the ruins that's left of the tip-top cabin here, and this was Horatio Colony II's grandfather, so I don't know if that would be Josiah Colony. He is the, I guess, see the old bed frame right there. But we'll come back to this in just a second, and I want to show you guys the view that's right here. That's why it's called the Tip Top Cabin, why that cabin was built there. So this is the view overlooking Keene. Alright, enough of the pretty views. We got some investigating to do at the cabin up here, because we still got the lower cabin to do before it gets too dark. So let me just walk around, show you guys the ruins a little bit. My guess is this area right here would have been like a little porch area. These actually look like these might have been the front steps onto the porch and then into the cabin.
I wonder if that was
That's what this looks like. This is definitely front steps right here.
Yeah.
That I'm standing on. That was definitely a fireplace right there.
Yeah, in the middle there, yeah.
I love the old bed frame that's still here. Old bed frame right here. It's a little bit rusty. I'm like, I would love to find an old bed frame, an old antique bed frame like this, and still use it. That'd be cool. Have an old bed like this. I'm sure. I wonder how old exactly this bed frame is. It has to be here since when the cabin was here. Why else would there why would anyone bring a bed up here? You know, and
Right. What if these are all? This must be also stuff.
and this is also part of the cabin right here. See, like
I think this are also the bedroom right
this
here.
whole area right here. It looks like it was foundation. Oh yeah, more steps right here.
Yep.
So
I think they're going to here.
this probably was like the main hangout area where the fireplace was, a little living room, hangout, kitchen area, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they didn't really have, you know, kitchens and whatnot, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
places to hang out in front of the fireplace, prepare their food and over the fire and whatnot. Probably some cabinets or wherever to store some canned goodies or whatever in. And then over here probably was, well, I'm sure the bed. I wonder if this is where exactly where the bed is, if this was the bedroom, or where the bed was originally, and this is where it stayed. All right, let's get investigating. All right, I'm gonna turn my K2 meter on. Mr. Colony, if you're here with us, you can come near the device that I'm holding in my hand, and I'll set it off. Let me know that you're here. You want to communicate with us. You know, like looking at all the rubble, I guess the stones are perfectly fine. I mean, it would be cool if like they tried to rebuild this cabin using everything that's here, you know?
Yeah, I think before it collapsed, it would have been cool if they somehow was able to
They would have they just need to put everything back in place and
yeah.
re-cement it.
Yep.
That's a good thing about like stonework is it lasts a long time before it gets too bad, too corroded. All right, let's over here by the bed. I haven't gotten any spikes or anything. Airplane above us. Airport's right over in that direction, so there's going to be airplanes. Where is it? There it is, I see it. Alright, I'm going to place this right here. I'm gonna get my REM Pod out. Alright, where should I place the REM Pod? I'll try putting it on the steps first. Alright, let's place the REM Pod down. Alright, Mr. Colony, if you're here, I just placed a new device down right here. all it will do is, if you go near it, it'll to simply do that and let me know that you're here by making a noise, and it'll light up. I also have this, my K2 meter placed down right here too.
Did anybody, any family from the Horatio hear this evening?
Mr. Colony, if Josiah Colony is here or Horatio Colony is here, and it was Henry Colony, Horatio Colony the first, brother that owned the Keene Public Library.
Oh, cool. Okay. Nice.
Maybe in the cabin more. So again, this is called, they call this the tip-top cabin. As you can see why with the view. Really great spot to have a cabin. Perfect spot to have a cabin.
It is actually. I just imagine maybe I wonder if back then the trees weren't here maybe.
Oh yeah, like this tree is, it's, see how small it is? It's new. Like this is not here long at all, you know?
Yeah.
Now I know they well, there's more in the cabin down the hill that we're gonna be going next that says more about this, so we'll go and visit that. Now I don't think we're getting anything up here. Mr. Okay, let's put this over by the bed. Alright, so I don't want to be going down the trail when it gets too dark, so we're going to wrap things up here. We don't seem to be getting anything right now up here. So we're going to head on down to the Horatio Colony, the second's cabin, down below. Yeah, see how dark it is, guys? Good thing we started coming down the hill when it is. You guys can't even see my hand right in front of the thing. You guys can't even see that. So as soon as we get down to the cabin, I'll turn on the flashlight. Alright, so now we made it back down the trail. But this is the map of the trail system here. So where we just were up at the tip-top cabin, that was like right over here somewhere, right on this point.
Right. Yeah.
And the cabin is right over here. And this is Horatio Colony, the second's cabin. Oh, my flash is still on. Can't see shit. This is the cabin. I'm just gonna take some pictures. All right, guys, before we go inside the cabin, I'm just gonna read to you guys a little bit about it. Horatio Colony II's cabin. Horatio Colony II built this cabin in 1937 following the demise of his grandfather's tip-top house where we just were up on the hill, to provide a peaceful place in which to write. The cabin stands as a testimony of Horatio's vision, one that shaped and created the preserve you are privileged to walk through today. Please enter the cabin to learn more about the Colony family and preserve, or continue to the kiosk to access the trail maps and interpretive guides. Well, I was just showing you that. We're going inside the cabin now. Let's see. There's a fireplace. So here's the family tree. So this is Horatio Colony II. This is whose cabin this is. So it must have been Horatio Colony the first cabin that was up on the hill. Wait, it says it right. In the early 1930s, a house which became the home of Horatio Colony II was sold to Elias Jocelyn, a well-respected blacksmith. Elias and his wife, Maria James Jocelyn, left the house to their only child, Emmeline. Emmeline married Horatio Colony I, the youngest son of Josiah Colony, who co-founded the woolen mill in Keene with Francis Faulkner. Horatio inherited the colony portion of the mill business and also became Keene's first mayor when it became a city in 1874. Emmeline and Horatio I had 3 children, John, Charles, and Kate. So there's Horatio Colony I right there. That guy is that guy. Emmeline gave the house at 199 Main Street. I took a tour of the house, but they don't allow cameras or photography there. 199 Main Street, to her son Charles after his marriage to Ellen Warren in 1899. Charles worked with his father and brother in the mill business. Ellen and Charles had 1 child, named him Horatio after Charles' father. There's Ellen, Warren Colony, and Charles Taylor. And that's in front of the house that's now on Main Street in Keene. Family tree. This family tree shows 4 generations of the Colony family, from Josiah and Hannah Colony to Mary and Horatio Colony II. Greatness can come from more than one person in the family. Josiah Colony co-founded our fair cities Faulkner and Colony Mill, which became the modern-day mini mall, and it's now expensive housing. Horatio I served as the first mayor of Keene, and Horatio II traveled the world and published his writings. Now here's about Horatio Colony II. Writing was his passion from an early age for Horatio Colony II. He wrote his first play, William Penn's Peace Treaty with the Indians, in 7th grade. Around this time, his mother encouraged him to keep a diary, which he continued throughout his life. Perhaps this helped in the development of his literary talents. His first novel, Free Forester, gained notoriety when published in 1935. From that year until 1972, he published 11 volumes of verse and a 2-volume set of collected writings. So there he is at a Buddhist temple in Japan. Horatio Colony II feeding a wild deer at a Buddhist temple in Hara, Japan. That was pretty cool. So, and then there's more about the Tip Top house. So that's the house we were just up on the hill. That's what it looked like before what it looks like now, what you saw. I think that's pretty cool. Near the top of the trail on the north slope in the late 1800s, Horatio Colony I built a summer cabin. So I was right, it was Horatio Colony I. Built a cabin now called the Tip Top House, Horatio Colony's second grandfather would ride his horse and buggy up there with his family in the summer and on weekends as a retreat. He would leave his horses where it started to get rocky and walk the rest of the way. That makes sense. In the 1930s, the cabin fell beyond repair, and the hurricane of 1938 brought it down, but the foundation is still there today, as we saw. History of land use. There's evidence that Native Americans used the land on West Hill, where the reserve is now located, in the early 1800s. Japhet Parker chose to live on a piece of land on West Hill. Between 1800 and 1830, there was significant land clearing to pasture sheep, mainly to provide wool or cloth. The wool was used at the Faulkner Colony Woolen Mill, owned by the Colony Faulkner family. Today, the building is called Colony Mill, where people go to shop. Well, not anymore. Now it's housing. In 1872, Horatio Colony, the second's grandfather, served as the first mayor of Keene. He bought 132 acres of abandoned sheep pastures on West Hill. Over the years, he added more land to the property and built the Tip Top House. Horatio Colony II inherited 415 acres of land from his grandfather. He built this cabin that we are standing in right now in 1937. And today is a protected area, which is very cool. Well, there's a view that I just showed you guys from the top. And you guys can read that. No, not going to read that. And then over here, just shows some of the wildlife and stuff that you can see around here on this trail. This is the cabin. This is another room, empty. There's nothing in here. And then there's another, I think, a washroom or whatever. Just a sink is in here. Just a sink. Obviously, this was put in after. So let's get to investigating. All right, it's really dark in here. First, I'm going to start with my K2 meter. I'm just going to set my K2 meter up here. Mr. Horatio Colony, if you're here, I would love to communicate with you. And I also just want to say what an amazing cabin you have and land, and that it's pretty awesome that it's been preserved. That's got to be a really cool thing, knowing that your property and cabin are still here and it didn't just fall into disrepair. So I'm going to set out some devices, Horatio. If you're with us, you can set these devices off. None of these will hurt you. It'll just let me know that you're here by making a light and sound. So Horatio, if you're here, you can set off one of these devices that I just placed down, the one on the fireplace that just lights up, and then the thing I just placed down on the floor here in front of the fireplace, that just lights and beeps, let me know that you're here, and that's all it does. Doesn't do anything to harm you or anything, just because we can't see you. Looks like there is some bugs flying around. Those aren't orbs. Good. I'm going to set out my voice recorder too. Horatio, if you're here, you could also speak into this device. making me format the card really quick. Hold on. Boom. All right, Horatio. Now I have my recording device. You can speak into this. Let me know that you're here, because if you're trying to speak to me, I don't. We can't always hear you if you're on the other side. But if you speak into that, it could pick up your voice, and then I can re-listen to that and then hear what you have to say to me. Horatio, so if you're here, I would love it if you can speak to us and just let us know that you're here. And I just want to make sure I say it again. I know I already said it. Just thank you for having such an amazing place for us to enjoy. I'm an avid nature lover myself. I love animals. I love hiking. I love being outdoors. Going outside, being in with nature is where I go to get my mind right. I'm sure you can relate. I'm sure that's why you have your cabin here. No, I think this was mainly a summertime cabin, so that's why I kind of wanted to come back next summer.
Yeah.
Try it again.
Those are my shoes all the way.
Or, you know,
If you are here, you can just let one of these devices tell us for more communicate with you.
and if not, maybe you will come back during the summertime next year when you are here. But I would love to hear your voice, Horatio. I love this picture over here of you feeding the deer in Japan. I would have loved to have done that. I've never been outside of the country.
Same.
I just want to say I didn't do a recording, an EVP session up at the Tip Top house because it's outside and
Yeah.
all the wind.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's this over here. Nothing important. It just shows the people who are involved with keeping it preserved.
Yeah.
This really is a good sized cabin though.
It is.
I love it. It's a perfect little cabin.
It is.
I can just imagine sitting here in front of the fireplace, you know, with the fire going.
Oh, yeah.
Just sitting here huddled up, like staying warm, or like,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love big fireplaces anyway, so that's pretty awesome.
You know, or sitting here eating their food, or maybe there was a table somewhere, or like a kitchen table maybe
Yeah.
set up,
Just over,
maybe over here.
Yeah.
Or over here, I don't know. I don't know how it would have been set, how he would have had it set up, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder what happened to all the stuff that he had in here.
Yeah.
Maybe they brought it over to the house.
Maybe. I wonder if it's over by, the museum or whatever.
Yeah, Historical Society,
Yeah.
maybe. We should go there and ask them.
Yeah. This is just a nice bedroom. I wonder if this was like here in the bedroom or like just a workspace or something, and that was like just a washroom or something.
Yeah, I wonder. That's what I mean. I wonder exactly how it was set up when he was here all the time.
Yeah, I wonder if this was like the stove area, because I feel like they just had
That looks like a stove thing, yeah.
Yeah, all those pipes.
Pipes coming up, maybe a sink. Maybe this was the kitchen area.
Yeah.
Maybe this was a counter area, and
Yep.
you know, I kind of see like a little like a bar type of thing here or something, or like a little counter, like a.
Yep.
That makes sense. And then there's a pipe right here, so.
They could have like.
You know, I mean, there's definitely not a bathroom,
No.
or wasn't a bathroom here,
No.
so. There's a table in here, but it doesn't look.
Yeah.
I wonder how old this little table is. Doesn't look. I don't think it's that old.
No, I think it's too old. I mean, they definitely took it.
Looks like someone painted it.
Yeah, let's meet the.
Be nice if they did some more in with this here.
Yeah.
Like they have these things up, which is cool, but maybe they could like utilize some of the other wall space in the other rooms or something.
Yeah.
Know what I was thinking? So it would be a good place to have meetings.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yep. Yeah, we could take a team up here and have a little like meeting or whatever.
That's what I was thinking. It'd be a good spot.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're gonna wrap things up here because we're not getting anything. I think we're gonna try coming back summertime next year because this was more of a summertime cabin than it was for any other time of year. So
Yeah, sure.
we'll try again, and we'll also have more equipment then as well.
But also, I feel like it's October. I feel like.
All right, everyone. Not a long video, but definitely a place I wanted to come and check out. I've heard a lot of reports of other people ghost hunting here and having a lot of luck here, so definitely had to come check it out before the year was over. But we'll definitely be back next year in the summer to try again. Maybe there'll be more energy here in the summertime when it was used more often.
Could be.
Go follow Aaron's stuff at Keene Paranormal Research Society.
It was a fun day, fun hike.
Really good little adventure for today. A good little day adventure, or at dusk adventure, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, sure.
Go like my my new channel, the Afterlife Explorer, for more vloggy-like content and other paranormal, smaller paranormal stuff that doesn't fit on this channel. All the full investigations are going to be on this channel, and small stuff is going to be on that channel. So go follow that stuff for more of my adventures. And I already said go like Keene Paranormal Research Society.
Okay.
And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay dead, my friends. Hello everyone, I just wanted to strongly encourage you guys to go over and like my other channel, the Afterlife Explorer, for all personal related stuff smaller mini investigations and more vlog-like content, other fun activities, and in events that I do